Hey, my name is James. This is the first time that I'm really doing something like this, but I'm a really big fan of this game. This is the Resident Evil 4 remake that came out in 2023, based off of the 2005 Resident Evil 4. Um, I beat the original several dozen times over all the different platforms and stuff, and I have put in a little over 100 hours in this one now. And I've beaten it and unlocked almost everything. But I decided I wanted to do a light commentary, casual 100% run on the standard difficulty. So I won't be skipping the cutscenes or anything. I'll be trying to pick up all the lore pieces as well. I will be getting all the treasure pieces. And I did purchase the deluxe edition pack, so I got a couple of extra things, but I'm not going to be using those extras in this playthrough, just so you can see what the default experience is. Um, I will be uploading each video as a chapter, and if you guys want me to change up how I'm doing anything or anything like that, just let me know. But otherwise, let's go ahead and get started.
Y que aquí te ofrecemos, Señor, que la luz de tu gloria ilumine hacia el paraíso. Acepta este cordero en pie, arrastrado por la lujuria y el pecado, y acógelo en el paraíso, y en tu seno inmaculado. Oh Señor, es glorioso, muéstrale a esta pecadora. September 30th, 1998. It's a day I'll never forget. The cop inside me died that day. That night, Raccoon City was wiped out, thanks to the bioweapons created by Umbrella. Somehow I made it out, but too many others weren't so lucky. I was asked later to join a top-secret government program. Not that I had a choice. The training, punishing missions, nearly killed me. But at least I kept my mind off everything. If I could just forget what happened that night. The pain, even for a second. This time, it can be different. It has to.
So tell me, Yankee, why did you come to this horrible place? As close to nowhere that I've ever seen.
Let's just say, looking for someone.
That someone must be very important, huh? The chief gave the orders himself. Help him, he said.
I'm sure you boys didn't come all the way out here to roast marshmallows. Maybe you did.
You have a strange sense of humor. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Just between us. A lot of people have gone missing around here. And it's been that way for a while now.
Well then, should be just another day in the office, right?
I mean, last week there was a search for some missing hikers.
I'm sure you'll do your best to help me. I think this is it.
Nature calls, huh? I'll be right back. Qué frío.
¿Te has bebido el bar entero? You smoke?
Vaya sitio más tétrico. ¿Hay alguien ahí?
He sure is taking his time. Did he fall in?
Maybe you better go and take a look.
Oh, what's the car? Wouldn't want to get a parking ticket.
So much for helping me.
His life would be so much better if he actually went with Leon, at least for a little while. Okay, so this is the first point where we get control of our character. And for the first area of the game, it is very atmospheric, some really nice and, like the cop said, gloomy visuals to take in, but not really anything to interact with or pick up for a little
How
while.
far could he have gone?
For anyone who's curious, this is on the PS5, by the way, if you didn't know. All right, so we come up to our first house here. I was always a big fan of the setting in both the original and this one. Just the really rural, quiet village setting and stuff. Almost like on the brink between being primitive and then just almost country-like to an extreme setting. If it wasn't for all of the rotting food, corpses, and parasite-infected villagers, it would almost be a pretty peaceful and relaxing life, I'd feel. Certainly was before the cult showed up.
Sorry to barge in like this. Busco a un policía. Vino aquí. This is not good.
You can look at his badge right here if you want. There's nothing in here to grab, just a couple of creepy sites to look at.
Man, that stinks.
That key we picked up is for this door right here. You can kill a rat if you want. No real reason to, at least not here.
Hey, hey. I read you. What's your situation? What the hell's going on?
Okay, so here is where we're going to find our first enemy.
What was that?
We are not going to bother to kill him, though. The first 3 enemies here in this house don't drop anything.
No fucking way.
And so there is no reason to kill them. We're going to let this guy walk past for now. And then we're going to rush through this door. Grab this herb. See if we can dodge this axe. Okay, he didn't bother throwing it.
Bruce. This is Condor 1.
Hunnigan here. What's your sit rep?
President's daughter, Baby Eagle. It's likely she's in this village.
Our intel was correct then. Well done.
Need a location on a nearby lake. She may have been taken there.
Copy that. I'll see what I can find.
Hurry up.
Something's happened to the people here. My escorts are... Gotta go. Talk later. I'll let myself out.
Alright, so we're back in control. In that last cutscene, I always thought it was weird that Leon had to specify to Hunnigan that Baby Eagle was the code name for the president's daughter. Like she didn't know that already, and that it defeats the entire purpose of giving code names to people. Anyways, I just thought that was kind of stupid. But, Hunnigan, cute as always. We can shoot this bird here. Got some gunpowder from it. You don't have to shoot the birds, but they are always a good source of extra money, drops, etc. So, to break open barrels, you don't have to use your knife like I do. You can shoot them, or you can just do the interactable. I almost always do my knife stab, just because it's faster. So, you can save here at the typewriters. And if you did buy the deluxe edition, what you can do is you can go into here in storage, and for the deluxe edition, you get the Sentinel line, and you also get the Skull Shaker. Now, the Skull Shaker is a very small shotgun. It is actually a pretty nice little weapon. I would say that the first shotgun that you pick up in the village is overall better, just because it can hold a lot more rounds, and that makes it a bit better for going longer between reloads and being able to still use it as kind of like a panic or higher DPS source. The Sentinel 9, I will say, is probably just a straight up upgrade from the starting gun. They have like a 0.1 damage difference, but the Sentinel 9 has like twice the ammo capacity. That being said, the extra ammo in the magazine is not enough to really justify buying the deluxe edition. You also get a better handgun in chapter 3, I think, maybe 4, whenever you get access to the lake. So, if you want to get the deluxe edition, I would pick up both of these now. But we're going to leave them, and these 3 weapons are unlocked through completing challenges in the game. So we're also going to leave those. I'll go ahead and save here. Otherwise, I'm going to try to just save at the end of every chapter. Here we have another bird. We're going to shoot this guy. Come over here into this house. We can open this drawer. Get some more handgun ammo. Over here, we've got another box. Okay, so we're going to reach our first 2 enemies in the game right over here. Anytime you see them about to rush like that, just pop them to stop them. Alright, that one's down. Now, when they shake like this, I highly recommend going ahead and doing the quick time event to stab them. If you don't, they will get back up, and they'll be in a tougher, undead state. They'll take more damage, they're really aggressive, they'll lunge at you. Your life will just be a lot easier if you do what you can to avoid letting that happen. There's a bear trap over here on the ground that I just ran right into. Bear traps do not hurt you in this game. However, they're everywhere and they're really annoying. You can stab them, walk around them, shoot them. And there's a guy here in this building. We're just going to run past. Going for headshots and getting those melee prompts will save you a lot of ammo. And not only that, but they are quite useful for crowd control in groups as well. You do have to be a bit careful, though, because if you just try to go for every single one you see, you're likely going to get grabbed by someone else that's around. We're going to go ahead and combine this right here. If you didn't know, green herb restores some health. However, if you combine it with a red herb, and the red herbs don't do anything by themselves, then this will restore 3 times the amount of health as a plain green herb would restore. First aid sprays fully heal you. And flashbangs, I'm sure you know what those do just based off the name. And then gunpowder is a crafting material. We'll go into the crafting a bit later. And this is the first real difficult part of the game, especially for people who are not used to this series. That's pretty brutal. I don't think there's really anything else to look at here. Okay, so we're going to go around this way. There are speedrunning strategies to get through this part really fast, but I'm not going to. Alright, let's get out of this corner right here. Okay. One place that will help you is if you go to this barn right here. Alright, got out of that. Run past this cow, and then if you turn around, shoot at that lantern. Now, while that cow's on fire, he's going to run around and he's going to knock down the enemies and get some extra damage for us. And past this guy. I didn't get the parry off in time. You can parry attacks. Okay, so this is Dr. Salvador. It is not worth trying to fight him in this opening section. He simply takes a lot of resources to bring down, and the reward for doing it isn't really great. After he shows up, I recommend running into this house. A cutscene will trigger. Dr. Salvador is going to come right up to the door with that chainsaw, and he's going to cut it down soon. But in this house, we are going to pick up our first weapon besides our pistol that we can really use. Now, real fast, we're going to run over here, pick up all these. We got a first aid spray. We got more ammo. We're going to run up here. And here we have our shotgun. Now, what do we have this on? Let's do this there. Okay. Go ahead and combine those as well. So we've got quite a few healing items, and as you can see, this guy in the window just popped up with the ladder. We're gonna knock this ladder down, pick up these shotgun shells, and now we're going to hop out this window. Run past this guy. There is a treasure over here on the roof as well. Go ahead and drop down here. Let's use a grenade here. All right. Now, there are two ways to get through the opening part of the village here. One is to just time it out and wait for the bell to ring, and the other is to kill a certain number of enemies. Once you pick up the shotgun, feel free to run around and then just use it to one-pop everyone that you see, because the sooner you hit that kill threshold, the sooner this area will be done.
Where's everyone going? Bingo?
The opening act to this game has always been one of my all-time favorites.
Route to Condor 1. I've identified a route to the lake. Look for a large windmill. There's a path on the far side of it.
Windmill. Copy that.
And be careful. Roost out.
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and loot this area. First, we're going to pick up all the things on the ground that we can just see. All right, so we'll start on this side. There's a hut here. There's just a single box inside of it. Grab that. And then just right over here, there is another box. I don't really like going up into this corner. whenever the villagers are still here, because it's super easy to get cornered either like right here or back in that little pocket that I was just at. All right. I don't know if you saw me pick it up earlier, but there's always a red herb right here in the back of this cart, so that is a good one to get. Here's one of those bear traps. We'll just pop it so that we don't get hurt. Jump through this window. Now, I'll go ahead and I'll go over one of the speedrunning strats. There's always a grenade in this barrel right here. If you come around behind and jump through this window and grab this grenade, whenever you open this door right here during the village invasion, there are a lot of people just sitting in here waiting for you. So you grab the grenade, you pop through this door, and then just real quick throw the grenade right about here. Enemies will be coming through the front door probably too, and you can get a lot of kills really quickly that way. Okay. And I believe that that's it for this side. Yeah. Now, if we come over here to the other side, in this house, there's a bit of a funny moment where this guy is just hiding out inside this closet for whatever reason. Locked drawer right here. We're going to ignore it for now. We'll have a key and be back in this direction later. This house we can't go into without Ashley with us. We already got everything out of this house. If you come over here behind this tower, you'll find not only an herb, but one of the first treasures that we can get. There it is, an ornate necklace. On this menu right here, you can take a look at all the treasures that you pick up. And some treasures, like this one, have empty slots in them. You will be getting a lot of gemstones as you play. You can sell them by themselves for money, but they are worth more and they increase the value of everything if you combine them with treasures like this one. We'll go ahead and go to the top of this tower. We got an herb, and now let's just break our legs. Bad luck. Okay, here's a couple of little houses right here. Let's see, we got a box in here. There is another treasure in this hut. Little chest here, and I believe it has a red ruby. Yep. There we go. And we are not going to put that in this necklace. We have better things that we can put in it later. Just the handgun ammo here? Yeah. All right. So, like I said, a few goodies in there. Always a good idea to grab them. All right. You can see the windmill in the distance there. That's where you're trying to go. Now, there's another save point in here. You can go ahead and save if you want. And just because we have so much health, I'm just going to go ahead and use a green herb here. And if I needed to, if you're ever low on ammo, which I'm probably not going to be through this playthrough, I try to be kind of stingy with it whenever I can. But if you need to craft it, you can use these materials right here to create more ammo. Now, I probably will craft some shotgun shells whenever I have enough to do so. And you can also sneak up on enemies in this game. So how sneaking works is if you're crouched, you won't be making any sounds while you're moving, and enemies also will be less likely to notice you if they're not already alerted to you. That being said, you also don't make sounds whenever you're standing up like this, and you can even tap the run button to do little dashes, and it still won't alert them. And if you walk up behind an enemy whenever they don't realize you are there, you can get an execution off. So we'll execute her. Right here is a medallion. There's going to be 5 in this area. If we get them all, we get some treasures that we can trade for special items later. I'll show you where they all are. We'll go ahead and sneak up and stab this guy too. And until we go inside the building, those are the only enemies out here. There are some treasures that are hanging up above you, like this one you saw right here. On this treasure in particular, you always want to hit it when it's on the right side of this little windmill, because if you hit it on the left side, it'll drop into this dirty water, and it will lower how much money you can get for it later. Inside here is another pendant. Come over here. There is another pendant right there. There's another pendant right there. This right here is a note that tells you there are these medallions that they want you to shoot. And we already got 4 out of 5, but if you pick up and you find these notes and you look at your map after, it'll actually mark where all the blue medallions are. So don't worry too much about remembering the exact locations. Honestly, the blue medallion puzzles are all really easy because once you pick up the note, it marks them all, and so you can easily just go back and find whatever ones you missed. Grab a couple of boxes here. And now we're going to go into here. So, if you hear this beeping, or if you see these are trip wires, and you do not want to walk into them. They explode, they hurt you. Enemies can walk into them as well, though. So, there's always the possibility of going around it yourself and using it to help kill some nearby enemies. Just for the sake of safety, you can go ahead and disarm it, or you can shoot it with your gun. That'll also blow it up. Yellow herbs are the rarest herbs you can pick up, and they are also one of the most important for new files. Whenever you consume a yellow herb, it increases your maximum health. If you look down on the bottom right, you'll see my health bar there, and you'll see how much the yellow herb will increase it by. So, I typically combine it with a red and green herb, and then, you know, next time you need to heal, just go ahead and pop it, increase your maximum health while you heal. Now, you can consume them by yourselves if you want to, but I usually just wait until I need to be healed. Climb up here. This is a switch to open this gate down here, and obviously it's not going to work because we have a gear missing, so it would not operate anyways. Shotgun shells. Going to come over here. We will go this way for a second. There's someone here upstairs. We are not going to drop down yet, though. Ah, never mind. I guess we will. So, this big guy shows up. And honestly, the easiest thing to do is to just cheese him on the stairs. There's only 2 ways up here. It's going to take them a while to reach us through that window. If they even try. Alright, so it looks like we killed the bull guy. Alright, so this guy is transforming. We'll just... There we go. Okay. We picked up the gear off this table. We got a knife here. Got some money. Got another ruby. Another box down here. So, before we go and... You can see the medallion right there, by the way. We're going to go around. Before we go and put the gear in there, we're actually going to go through this door. If you do, you can drop down right here. There's that medallion. I think you can just reach it with a knife. No, I'll just look like an idiot doing that. There we go. All 5 medallions. There's a treasure right here. This one we will go ahead and combine. I usually just toss the red gems in this because this only has slots for 2 treasures. Doing 2 of the same color gives the highest bonus that's possible for this treasure. And the reds aren't worth very much, so best to save your better treasures for things that will increase their value more. Now, these doors that have a lock on them, you can stab the lock, you can shoot the lock, but you can also kick it a few times to break the lock open. But you have to be on the same side. Alright, so let's go and open that gate now. Let's go ahead and reload our shotgun as well. Choose whatever way you want to go back around to get out. Doesn't really matter. You are probably going to hate this house whenever you actually come around to it, but you cannot get into it right now. We're going to come around the side. There's a couple of boxes. I wouldn't say it's really super worth coming this way to get them, but might as well. Also, just while we're at it, if you want to look at the map, the treasures that you can pick up are marked on the map. You get a special treasure map if you buy the deluxe edition, and it marks some optional treasures to pick up, and you get a few extra cosmetics with it too. None of them are really game-changing, and the extra treasures you pick up don't really amount to enough to make it feel like you're at a severe disadvantage if you don't get them. You can buy treasure maps from the merchant once you see them. And those treasure maps will mark all the treasures that are involved with getting the achievements for finding all the treasures in each area. And we're also going to be picking all those up today as well. So this was a locked drawer. We can't get to that house yet without Ashley, and we don't have anything here to pick up. Always be sure to check the map if you're trying to do the 100% treasures to get the achievement. Couple of things here. There's a sign here that we can read.
It's gotta be
Lago.
this way.
Let's push this cart out of the way. I expected some kind of jump scare there whenever I first played it, but nothing. Now, if we come this way, our path is going to end up getting blocked.
Give me a break.
That guy who saw us is going to run around over here and drop down, so we're just going to wait for him. All right. And now there's a couple of people up here on the bridge. Just shoot them a couple times. And they'll fall off and die. That way they're not throwing crap at you. Girl with pitchfork. Don't let her charge at you like that. If there's just one enemy like that, you can just probably knife him down. This next area can be a little bit dangerous for people as well. So, there are bear traps all over the place. There are also enemies who light dynamite. I recommend running away from that. Let him light a dynamite. And then kill him afterwards, like that. They'll drop it if there are enemies around them. They'll die too. You can parry projectiles thrown at you, like that. It does take some of your knife durability, though. Ah, damn. In here, there's a tripwire. Ah, I ran right into that. And let's run to get away from this dynamite. Look for bear traps. And we're just going to go up here. You can also listen to voice cues for whenever they throw dynamite. Dynamite girl up here. Let's kill her, take her out. And there's another guy throwing dynamite. I believe it's him right there. There you go. If you shoot the dynamite in their hand, it'll just blow up. Kill them right away, kill anyone around them. I'd say it's usually in your best interest to take a second to set off the bear traps anytime you see them. Where's this chick at? Over there? There's a bear trap there. Be careful. Okay. Bear trap right here. Okay, this area should mostly be safe now. Ugh. All right. So if we go into this little house right here, in this game, there are some clockwork wind-up dolls that you can find and shoot for a special weapon along with an achievement. The first wind-up doll, there's one in each chapter. There's 16 in total for 16 chapters. The first wind-up doll is up on one of these rafters in here. You will be able to hear the doll. It'll click and make cute little noises and stuff. So if you just listen for it, you'll find it. The next treasure we have is hanging up in front of a tree. And there's also a bird nest right here. I believe it's this tree. Yep. So there's the first hanging treasure. Shoot it down. Sapphire. Awesome. There are some more treasures here, but we can't get them right now. I'll go ahead and show you where they're at. We have to get a special key to open up this shrine. And you also need to get a key to open up this gate right here.
This the place?
Come in here. Get a bit of loot. This is another locked drawer. Now, if you hear that beeping, got another tripwire. Let's see. What do we got here? Picture? Yep, just a nice little picture. Father and his son. Anything else in here? No. Okay. So, there is someone over here hammering. Run right up. You just get an instant knife kill. Turn around, open up this. Grab some shotgun shells. Let's go ahead and reload. There we go. And we got 9 shotgun shells. We'll save on the crafting material. We're just going to pop this door open right here. Drop down. This is the end of the chapter, by the way. So at any point before now, you can turn around, go back for anything that you think you might have missed. And you'll also be back to all these areas later, so don't worry too much about it.
That hurts, no?
Seemed like you really wanted to talk.
How observant, senor. Now, say, you got a smoke?
You know, those things will kill you.
Oh, well, maybe just a tiny then, huh? Joder, not this guy!
Who are you? Yeah, stop right there!
All right, and that is the end of chapter 1. So, I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this game. I'm really wanting to basically, for anyone who's interested in just seeing the story or experience, giving that to them. And for people who just want an easy and casual time running through the game and getting all the treasures on your first go through, I'm hoping to give that with this too. If we look at our results, we were hurt 5 times. It'll show you accuracy, death, all that stuff. On your very first playthrough, don't feel bad or pressured into, like, resetting if you die or getting hit or anything like that. this game actually has an item drop AI to where if you're struggling on health, you'll find health pickups more often. If you're struggling on ammo, you'll find ammo pickups more often. If you have a lot of health and ammo in your inventory, then you'll find money pickups more often. So the game will adjust the drops to try to help get you back on track. You can typically go through and play through it beginning to end, even on the higher difficulties, without needing to reset most of the time. And there's also no achievement for not dying or for getting hit less than a certain amount of times. There is an achievement for finishing a game without using a healing item, but that is way, way easier to do after you've beaten the game a few times and you have some unlockables to help you along with it. So we'll go ahead and we'll save here. And we'll save it right here, chapter 1. And if you guys want me to do anything else, if you want me to talk about anything specific, if you want me to make sure I don't talk over the cutscenes, I try not to, let me know. But otherwise, I hope you're all doing good. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will upload chapter 2 here in a bit. Take care.